when I made my first 500,000 from Pro Tools, I literally tatted it on my wrist to show like, this shit changed my life. The first one that was like the catalyst probably, I did Head Doctor for NoCap. Rest in peace, Dolph, bro, but that's why I got into music, is to work with Dolph, and I finally got my motherfucking song with Dolph. I'm sharing the sauce. I'm really giving sauce. I don't ever share sauce like this with nobody, but I want people to understand that the biggest limitation is themselves. And the ones that do it are like the Boss Man D-Los, or the Sexy Reds, or the ones that really come out of nowhere. And if you know the behind the scenes, you know these people have teams and they're not just overnight coming to something, even though it's perceived as that. Even though they accrue these results incredibly quickly, I respect and admire the work and effort going into it. It doesn't change that short-term intensity never beats long-term consistency.
All right, man, we got a very special guest in the building. Came up from D-Town to fuck with us. Killshot in the building.
Let's go.
What's going on, bro?
Man, appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah.
Out here working. You'll see what time it is.
No doubt, no
Game
doubt.
time.
How's Oklahoma been treating you?
Man, it's been great. I actually love Oklahoma. It's a nice little chill city vibe, but it's got the country roots, you know? It's nice to get outside of the big city and come see what the more grassroots areas look like.
Yeah, for sure. You been out here before? Or is...
Yeah, I've been to Tulsa a couple times, and I passed through OKC and whatnot, but I've never really like been out, locked in. Obviously, you know, there's a few artists who have been catching some waves, and I done linked with them through other artists I've worked with, but I'm really seeing like more of the culture y'all got out here now.
What you think so far, just as far as the scene, what you've seen?
I think that y'all have like a unique flavor, but I don't think that y'all have like interconnected networks amongst each other yet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like something like in Atlanta is what I would be comparing you to when I say interconnected networks. Like it's maybe in the growth of it, but I think y'all need somebody to come in and like catalyst it.
For sure. Any artists caught your eye?
Juke 21K. I'm out here right now working with Low Life Casanova. He's been, you know, maybe behind the scenes for a while, but he's getting his plan together and really coming with a rollout that's gonna have an impact beyond just your regular artists coming out here, you know? A lot of artists like to do the music, but they forget this is the music business. So when you can handle both and work with teams who can help you strategize your pre-rollout, your post-rollout plans, that's what kind of guarantees that success. Keep in mind, success isn't a set number. It really is about long-term projections. So
for sure, and I know you're kind of playing that role. I want to get into that a little bit later, but yeah, obviously this is the first time we've sat down and done this. So I want to get into the backstory a little bit. You were born in Detroit.
Yeah.
Right.
Facts.
Okay. So how was that? I mean, I know you were younger when
Man,
you were there.
I spent like maybe up till 10 years old in Detroit, so my family still lives up there. I think being from the north, just period, like there's just like a lot of blending of stuff, if that makes sense. So like history-wise, there's a lot of like inspiration, if that makes any correlation. So with that inspiration, you know, coming out of Texas, they're very big. It's like a big melting pot down here too. And it makes it easy to, how do I say it? Makes it easy to go room to room and kind of like blend in, you know? Because as you adapt, you start learning how different people operate amongst like different areas in the United States. And then vice versa, you know? Even greater on a worldly scale, there's places that artists might find their niche audience just because they are like familiarized, you know what I mean?
For sure.
I don't have a perfect comparison, but I would use maybe like Nav, you know? He's gonna find success in a community that maybe like 50 Cent wouldn't.
Yeah. A little more commercial.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. So then you moved to Denton, you said what, about 10 years old?
Yep.
You were Dallas or Denton? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, Denton.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know you were marching band. Music was always kind of the thing, right?
Yeah.
Is that family? Like, how'd you get into music in the first place?
Oh man, my dad was a drummer. Like, pretty much just grew up doing music my whole life. I didn't really appreciate the shit when I was younger, to be honest. I didn't know how to. I was just in band doing the shit. And then like probably like 18, 19 years old, that's when I started like trying to record and like work with people trying to rap and stuff. And that's where I found like more of a passion for it, because I was more connected, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was more influence to really like invest my time into it because I wanted to do the shit. I didn't want to be in band.
For sure. How'd you get into the hip hop from like the, you know, obviously you're not playing
what was
those
that
type
bridge?
of drums and
I mean, I always listened to a
shit.
lot of music. You know, my dad listened to a lot of music. I grew up more listening to like rock, pop, like classic, old school shit. But probably like 2010 was the transition area. When YouTube came out, man, like nobody was gonna tell me what I could and couldn't listen to. You know what I mean? It was way different than when I was in like 5th grade. My parents bought me the fucking Green Day American Idiot CD. That was the first explicit CD I ever had. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Way different times now. Like a fucking 5th grader could not even comprehend what I just said.
Yeah. When you had the clean versions on your little iPod Shuffle.
Yeah, I ain't even have the iPod Shuffle yet. You know what I'm saying? That came out probably when I was in like 7th or 8th grade.
Yeah.
I'm 27. I'll be 28 this year.
For sure. So, I mean, how did you get into engineering?
All right. So that really came from like just like already having a savviness. I was into like video editing and like kind of like music production. I had like cracked all the programs and I was trying to figure out like what to do. And one of my homies wanted to record. He's like, hey, I got this song I want to record. I'm like, shit, I think I can record. Boom, dropped it on SoundCloud. Literally got like 10,000 streams or some shit. And this is in like 2015. So that was like a fuckload of streams at the time. And it just became like a knack. I became infatuated with it, bro. I started getting on YouTube every day. I started like hitting up other people, trying to get them in the studio. I was trying to record myself to learn because I didn't have artists to work with. That's ultimately what kind of fueled me going to like college for it and trying to like meet more people was I just wanted to work. It literally became like an obsession of mine, which I think is kind of necessary for anything you want to find long-term success in. But the obsession still hasn't stopped. Maybe it shifted focus on what that specific goal is, but it all, you know, lingers in the same realm.
For sure. You never thought, I mean, playing the drums, you didn't want to be the producer?
Yeah, sometimes, bro, but it's just like so different, you know? All this fucking music, credit, title bullshit, like, these fucking producers ain't the producer. I'm the producer. But I'm gonna be credited as the engineer, but like, you weren't here when this fucking song was made. You sent a beat to my email. Yeah. Not to take away from their art or their skill or, you know, their input, but the truth be told, like, it's a blanket phrase and a lot of the music industry has a misconception behind like what the role is or what the pays are, and because of that, I'm trying to set the record straight and set the new trend where I'm like, look, I'm everything. Like, it's hard to just be one title and find success. They say that it takes 7 streams of income to be a millionaire, so how the fuck are you just a producer? Yeah,
and being a beat maker doesn't mean you're EPing the...
Right, like really being a beat maker means you're a composer, which means like you'd probably be getting more bread if you composed a movie soundtrack because they spend M's on their budgets. These rappers spending hundreds on their beats.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. So where were you at? I know you went to school for engineering. I mean, where were you at before that as far as like, I mean, were you having any success or, yeah,
nah,
I mean,
bro, no cap. Like before I went to school, I was literally working like a regular ass job. Worked at like a country club type shit, bartending. Made good money. I was making good money, bro. $400, $500 on the weekend type shit. But I fucking hated that job, bro. There's a bunch of baby boomers. They did not, like all of them were retired, bro. I'm young, I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to do, and like every day I'm going to work and I'm surrounded by people who have no ambition, are chilling.
They already did it.
Drink, got money put up, on their way out. I'm on my way up. So I literally was like, fuck this shit, bro. And I just quit that bitch. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna figure out how to make this music shit shake. Like, no cap, bro. From that day forward, I think that I started making 2 to 3 times what I was making at my job within 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It wasn't easy. Shit, like anything in life, this bitch a roller coaster. It's gonna go up and it's gonna come down. But it's about, you know, riding the wave. People think consistency looks like this. But that's complacency. Consistency looks like this, because when the motherfucking shit hits the fan, you better know where to stand.
Yeah, for sure. Talk about the importance of taking that step, because, you know, I mean, it kind of depends on where you're at. Some people think, you know, you work a job and, you know, you do your passion on the side. Some people, fucking, I'm gonna tap my face and go full time, or, you know, just jump off the bridge. So, I mean, talk about that for you.
Yeah, for me, bro, zero hesitation. I feel like if there's anything I could share with people watching, it's like, you cannot hesitate. If you want to do something, you have to immediately do it. When I'm like, hey, we're gonna go to Oklahoma tomorrow, I'm not booking the Airbnb tomorrow. I'm getting on there right now and I'm booking it. The same way I'm texting somebody, or it's little shit, bro, that it's easy to procrastinate and put it off. But if you immediately do tasks, you'll start realizing you don't really got to do anything. You're just doing things. Everybody says, oh, I got to do this. Okay, do it. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy to try to do things. I don't try to do anything. I just do things. I live by the saying. I'll share it with you. It is, don't talk about it, be about it.
Okay, for sure. So talk about kind of how going to school, because you were engineering before, you kind of had understood how it worked, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So kind of talk about what, you know, going to the school, what was the name of the school? Tell me.
Media Tech.
Media Tech, and that's in Dallas?
It's in Dallas, yeah. Okay. It's like the #2 audio engineering school in the U.S. right now.
Okay.
I learned from teachers who worked with Pantera, Sublime, Destiny's Child, the Dixie Chicks, all kinds of, you know, veterans in the industry. One of my main mentors, shout out to him, his name's Tim Kimsey. He did Ice Ice Baby for Vanilla Ice, like crazy fucking records, you know what I mean? So, all that's cool, and I respect the fuck out of all of the goats who have paved the way, but the truth is, all that shit that people think they know or that they just learned off of Instagram is old and dead and irrelevant, because how people used to make money is not how people make money now. How people made money last year is not how they're making money this year. Everything changes so quick, it's very hard to like learn something and be an expert. You have to constantly learn to maintain that expert level knowledge, right? And if you try to like get stuck in your ways, you will get stuck. Yeah. That's the one thing I can tell you for sure.
And that's kind of what I wanted you to touch on, as far as like the, you know, the class coursework or whatever wasn't really what was important for you there. It was the relationships and learning. And
right. And honestly, like, this is how I graduated valedictorian, but no lie, I did not even know I was going to be valedictorian until like 2 weeks before I graduated. The reason how I became valedictorian wasn't because I was trying to get good grades or do anything. It's because I had to work a full-time job 50 hours a week. I know if I didn't do my homework right after class, there was no time to do my homework later. So it got me in the habit of like literally as soon as I got out of class, I go straight to study hall and I'd do my homework for an hour. And I'd leave, go home, change, go to work my whole shift, get off the whole ass job at like midnight, have to be back in Dallas by fucking 8 in the morning. And I'm staying in Denton. And I gotta fight 8 a.m. traffic. So keep in mind, I'm fucking dedicated to this bitch. I'm going Monday through Friday, 22 hours a week type shit. You know what I'm saying? That is not what most people can handle. I think full-time college is 12 hours a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was doing 20 plus. You feel me?
For sure. So at what point during that does stuff start to pick up for you? Is there a moment where you kind of can point to?
The moment that it picked up, I would say that the biggest moment it picked up was when I understood how to do something called the competitive analysis. What that is analyzing your current marketplace and understanding who is successful, why are they successful, what do they do that you like, and what do they do that you dislike. From that, you're able to kind of, you know, create your own version of what you see success being for you. And then you're also able to use other people as reference to say, hey, if I do these things, there's a likelihood that I will also succeed with it. With that being said, you know, I started looking at all the people at my school. They were charging $100 for 3 hours of studio time. I'm looking in the studio like we got a fucking SSL 4000G. I got 20 different analog compressors. I got a $50,000 mic locker. It's $100 an hour, 3 for $300. I had hella motherfuckers booking with me. And like, granted, I knew better than some others what I was doing. I was still green as fuck trying to learn what I'm doing. So when they walk in the studio and they see 100 an hour, there's no question, because they were really paying for what the gear was in the room. Keep in mind now, I charge well over $250 an hour sometimes. So now it's not about the room, it's about my expertise. But understanding what that marketplace looks like, you can't book another SSL room in Dallas for under 100 an hour. So it gives a certain amount of credibility too, because how's this room only 30 an hour? I'm definitely not booking there. You know what I'm saying? Something's off. And the worst part of any studio session, bro, I can tell you this much. I walk in as the engineer. I have absolutely no idea what their setup's gonna look like. Hella fucking problems with their wiring or whatever framework they have put together. When their song comes out fucked up, or you know, they don't finish it or whatever shit happens. Killshot, why'd you fuck my song up, bro? I'm like, I didn't fuck your song up, but who's to blame? So guess how you motherfucking circumvent that? Being 2 steps ahead. I always bring my own motherfucking setup. I always have extra cables. I always do whatever is necessary, that I'm not gonna be stuck in that position, because I promise you, when I was coming up, there were too many times I had to take the fucking fall for some dumb shit that had nothing to do with my ability. It just had to do with the scenario. And I think a lot of people get caught up in that too, where they'll feel defeated and give up on what they have going because the one predicament they got in didn't give them the results that they needed. For me, I swear to you, like, if there was one trait about me, determined is definitely it, because there is absolutely nothing that is gonna stop me from accomplishing what I wanna do. They'll tell me no 5,000 times, and I'll ask 5,001 times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna make the shit happen. You either make excuses or you make it happen, and I'm not making excuses.
For sure. So talk about that responsibility, not just like on the tech side of shit that you had, because I mean, if the engineer's not right, you know what I mean, you got to set the vibe for the session.
Yeah.
And so just kind of talk about that from your perspective, where your head is at walking into a session.
Yeah, so, you know, from a personal side, it's like I got to do what's necessary to, like, prepare myself to go hyper-focus and deal with the shit for extended periods of time, because I'll have 10 different people in the room, loud-ass music, the artist in the booth trying to record, and then their whole crew needs shit from me. Hey, bro, you got paper towels? Where's the bathroom? You got a lighter? You got an ashtray? I'm like, Let me just get up and keep recording at the same time. Literally impossible. So I've become very good at multitasking. And then on top of that, being 2 steps ahead, I'm always prepared. You know what I'm saying? So I know, all right, they're probably gonna ask for this. Let me do this real quick. Let me make sure that I already have it recorded enabled, so when the artist walks in, it's like, load the speed up. He's not waiting 5 minutes, because as little time as 5 minutes sounds, it feels like forever, especially when there's just silence.
Yeah.
So it's things like that, you know, separate me from maybe an inexperienced engineer, because I've been in literally 10,000 or more studio sessions. Like, I can't even tell you how many I've been in at this point. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you how many I learned from. That was 10,000 or more.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. So I kind of want to, we touched on it a little bit, but it seems like you are very aware of like things that you need to do outside of music. You know what I mean? That's a big focus of yours. So just kind of talk about where you picked that up, where that comes from.
Okay. That came from me really like trying to find success as Killshot. I'm gonna elaborate what I mean by that. So when I was trying to build my like resume as an engineer or a producer, I'd record all this music and I'd work with all these artists, and then they'd never release it. There'd be no way for me to be able to like leverage or showcase my work. So it was extremely difficult to attract new clients. So I started getting hyper focused on like, okay, if I can help these artists release the music or at least get it into the process, that can help me to now say, hey, I contributed and worked on this. Well, then I came to realize that as an engineer, there are a lot of artists who need my help. But there's even more artists that don't need an engineer and need help rolling that music out. That's what kind of got me more focused and shifted into the label president CEO side, is like, there's more artists who need my help strategizing and monetizing their music than do actually creating the music. Because it's kind of like this. It's like, it's easy to paint. Art is like it's an opinionated thing, right?
Yeah, it's objective.
So, you're right, like, it's very hard to be like objective towards the shit. But if I said, hey, this Sauce Walker photo's worth $20,000, how much are you gonna pay me for it?
I mean, if I wanted, I'm gonna pay you $20,000.
Right, but how much is Sauce Walker's biggest fan gonna pay for it?
Yeah, for sure.
But if I took this same photo right now to Houston and got Sauce Walker to sign it, FaceTime bro, like, hey bro, can you sign this real quick? How much is it gonna sell for now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's art. How much is a pawn shop gonna pay us for it?
The frame.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like, you need somebody that is going to be your art gallery that says my art is worth this much money. And then also, you know, can showcase other artists in that same economy to know, like, hey, this shit's really selling. This is real. These aren't just inflated numbers. This is like, hey, like, people actually gravitate and attract towards this style of music. If you want to, you know, lifestyle market, because I asked this question too, I was talking to my boy Casanova, like, how many artists have been rappers in the past 5 years that still have a song that is relevant today?
Not a ton.
How many artists had a hit song in the past 5 years that are still relevant today on social media? Quite a few.
Yeah.
So the image is really 80% of the shit. But the music will open doors for you too. But without the image, great music leaves you a nobody. Because if you're not having the image, you are unmarketable. You can have the best hit record song, and if you are nobody, nobody is gonna care. But if you're somebody, and I'll use this as an example, I love his music, Lil Pump. You could drop one song a year and be up M's off of your image and your branding. And that comes from more than just yourself, you know? You work with a team, you work with managers, you work with labels, you work with execs, you meet other entrepreneurs, people who have success, and you learn the traits of how do these people do this. One thing I'm gonna share is the secret, the trick of the trade. They just do it. They don't make excuses. If you wanted to get something done, everything you need to do, you have the contact for in your phone right now. You're just not leveraging the relationship right. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
And I think a lot of people overlook that. My big bro tells me that all the time. I'll be trying to figure something out, and he's like, whoever you need to call, bro, they're in your phone already. I'll be like, fuck, you're right. And I'll start fucking looking, and I'll be like, damn, like, because it's easy to overlook something when you're focused on the shiny object. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The shiny object is the fame, the spotlight, the money. All that shit comes when you do the groundwork, you know what I'm saying? But you build a house on a pile of mud, and it's not gonna last very long.
Facts, for sure. I just heard Wack 100 said something similar to that. Like, he was, like, I don't remember who he was talking to, but like, you gotta make sure you make use of your phone book and, you know, ask for favors, like you said, and, you know, if they tell you no, ask them again, you know, when the time is right.
It's like you gotta give to receive, right? I think a lot of people ask for something with nothing to give. Most of the time when I'm calling, I'm like, hey bro, I got something for you. And they're like, oh, you got me something? And then at that point, you know, it's not that you're trying to like necessarily be manipulative or anything, but it's just like people are much more open to giving you something in return when you have something to offer. For example, hey, I got this artist that want to get a feature. I know you charge $25,000, but he got $15,000 cash right now. Shit, I'll run it. And then keep in mind, now you've opened that door that maybe next time it is $15,000, but they have $25,000, and now bro lets you make $10K on the play, or whatever that looks like, because every situation is drastically different, you know? But understanding the flow of how to build that team, and also, you know, get what we call overrides, but is essentially your percentage, that is what is gonna give you success. Because all the business done behind closed doors is done behind closed doors for a reason. You know what I'm saying? The artist is the least informed about what is going on.
For sure. Talk about that a little bit as far as just like the points and the, you know, breakdown. I mean, it's a little different in hip hop than like pop or country, because there's not as many writers where you're breaking down like that side of shit. But
yeah, I mean, it gets tricky, bro, to be honest, and that's why it's really the Wild West. Like, the whole music industry is the Wild West, but especially outside of LA, Atlanta, and New York, and Nashville, very Wild West, bro, because nobody really, there is a set amount of percentages that should be shared, but nobody really designates, like, this is what it has to be. And then money is the ultimate, like, fucking dictator. Whoever pays for it owns it. So, for example, let's say that you come to the studio with me, and I say, hey, no worries, it's on me. Guess who owns your music?
Yeah.
So when you go to the major label, and they're like, no worries, come to whatever, blah, 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 and come chill in our studio and smoke this weed and eat this good food. It's all on us. You just lost your music. Congratulations. Hey, can you send me the stems? No response. Hey, you don't got that Pro Tools session? No response. Because guess what? Their response is gonna be, oh yeah, we got you. Come sign all this paperwork and be a member of our label and run all your shit through us, and we're gonna make fuckloads of money off of you because you've now shown us that you are incapable of being an independent artist. Because if you could create your own music, hire your own producers, get your own mix and mastering engineers, find a distributor, get a marketing team, run your own advertising, and push your own music, you wouldn't even have come here at all. Because you would have been savvy enough to know when I walk in this door and don't spend money, I just gave the ownership of my music up. And I think so many artists overlook that, bro. They either want money up front or they want free shit. And they don't understand that literally nothing is free. You know what I mean? And when you do get things for free, those are the times that you gotta really appreciate it, because most of the time that free shit gonna bite you in the ass with an even bigger expense than it would have been to just pay for the shit up front.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I want to double back a little bit. You were talking about kind of the image of an artist, and obviously that's important. Like you said, it's more important probably than the music, because if you're marketable, then they can make anything pretty much a hit. But what advice would you give as far as, like, I guess from label? What are you looking for somebody that may not have those relationships, and it takes money and stuff like that to create that image?
This is what I would say: consistency. There's many ways to skin a cat. I don't care what kind of car you drive. I don't care if you have jewelry or not. I don't care if you actually have millions of streams or not. What I care about is, does your audience know you're an artist? When I go to your Instagram page, can I find your music with a link in your bio? When I look at your posts, is there video content with your music in it? Do you have high-res pictures, or does it look like your cat took it for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, very differentiating factors. If they look marketable, they could have just 3 posts on their page and 1,000 followers. But if I go to their page on Spotify and they have 500 monthly listeners and they've been consistently dropping for 5 months, and I see merch coming soon, and they have like a website in the works and all this little shit, it makes me know, like, this person is actively working and very serious about this. And I could definitely help them expedite this, because now I don't have to teach them how to do it. I just have to show them how to do it. Because that's 2 different things, right? Learning and doing. You have to learn, and then you have to do. And then you have to relearn, and then you have to redo. Because most of the time you don't just learn it and now you're an expert. So you gotta learn it, and then you gotta forget it, and then you gotta relearn some shit. Then you gotta go look at the instructions one more time, and now you remember how many fucking minutes it's supposed to be baked for.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? That's almost everything in life. And if you can really, for me personally, I'm hyper aware of my process, but keep in mind I spend a lot of time self-reflecting and self-analyzing through these things so that I can understand, like, where did I make these mistakes, or what is going to create the maximum efficiency for me to my goal.
For sure. So, obviously, I know you've talked about it a lot. I would be dumb of me not to kind of get into the Key Glock, the Let's Go song.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel like that's your biggest thing
One
that
of
you've
them
worked
for
on
sure.
so far?
So I would say that I have like 3 like really major things that I've done.
I know J-Lo just came out too, right?
Yep. The first one that was like the catalyst, probably, I did Head Doctor for NoCap.
Okay.
So that was like his push out single, got remixed by Lil Tecca, got the sped up version, got the fucking EDM remix, the slowed and reverb version. Like, that is the major label blueprint of running like a full scale single and pushing it. So being attached to that kind of helped me to understand like the process of like all the way from conceptualization to like literally every remixed edition all the way to a gold record. Then the next one was Let's Go for Key Glock, which again, another major record, amazing music video, huge marketing campaign, giveaways, the Young Dolph remix. All these things played a huge factor into, again, another major single getting marketed on a huge nationwide or even international level. And then, you know, Jennifer Lopez, I also assistant engineered through that album and did This Is Me Now, which is the lead single off of the album, as well as a bunch of other songs. But if I had to say in the music industry's eyes who the biggest one is, it would be J-Lo. If I had to say in my personal eyes and in the eyes of the new, younger music industry, it would definitely be Key Glock. Because if you look at the number and the scale of it, this has been Key Glock's biggest song ever in the shortest amount of time.
Yeah.
For J-Lo, she has literally 100 times Key Glock's following and still is not doing the same numbers he did on Let's Go on her lead single.
Yeah, because it's been gold for
it's been gold
already, right?
since last year, I think. I don't know exactly when it went gold, but I know for a fact March 14th, I got like a notification from RIAA that it was actually certified gold.
I think that was the night I met you.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. At South by Southwest, yeah.
Yeah. So talk about the, you feel like NoCap was one of the first, like, kind of put you in motion?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So previous to working with NoCap, I was working with like one of the super producer dudes, engineering like a lot of the songwriting sessions. He produced a lot of stuff for like Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Iggy Azalea, Sweetie, Cash Doll, the list goes on. But female rap was like his fucking lane. So because of that, got me not only in the room with a lot of songwriters and a lot of other artists and shit, but it showed me a lot of the industry. Fast forward, the guy rappers started being like, hey, you work with these girl rappers, make us sound that good. Because regardless what you think of the music, it's all mixed fucking amazingly. Yeah. So once they seen, oh shit, you know exactly how to make this sound like that, it was like gone. And then on top of that, as a recording engineer, I say this and I'm serious with it, but I'm the fastest recording engineer in Texas, period. I literally am lightning fast and like, I think most people would actually be astonished if they watched me work because they'd be like, how the fuck do you do that? I do it because I literally have 40,000 hours experience recording in Pro Tools. I got it tatted on my wrist just to prove I'm serious about this shit. When I made my first 500,000 from Pro Tools, I literally tatted it on my wrist to show like, this shit changed my life.
Yeah.
And it means something to me. That's something else too, like this shit really means something to me. I'm extremely passionate and serious. You can ask my teachers. I ain't even go out for recess to play.
For sure. So, were you in the studio when Let's Go like got recorded or?
Yeah, I recorded it. Like
okay.
No lie, in the beginning of the song, you hear Key Glock. He like fucking sips his drink, lights his like backwood up, right? And then he's like, "You ready?" He's talking to me, like he's asking me, like, "You ready?"
Oh, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? But like nobody even knows, like they think he's talking to them, but like nah, like really bro was talking to me. So it's just little shit like that, like, and then obviously, you know, it took a long time for Let's Go to come out. I think I recorded that January 21st or 23rd of 2023. Song didn't even come out till like July or August. Video didn't even come out till January of this year. You know what I'm saying? So, but
that was one of those TikTok kind of just
right,
picked
like,
it.
Yeah, I did all of Let's Go. Like, I really broke that record in Dallas. Not even trying to like flex or nothing. Like, I swear, I used to go out, okay? And every night, I'd go to the fucking DJ booths and be like, hey, I just did this new song with Key Glock, could you spin it? They'd be like, nah, I ain't never heard of that one. I'd be like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I just heard y'all play 5 Key Glock songs in a row and you won't play this one? They'd be like, nah. So I pull money out, like give them my Cash App. I'd be like, how much? Bro, they'd be Cash Apping themselves $250, $150. Like, bro, I literally spent bands because I was like, they're gonna play this fucking music. Like, I want people to know I contributed to this shit.
Yeah.
Also, like, you know, working with Young Dolph was my goal. That's really why I got into music. Rest in peace, Dolph, bro. But that's why I got into music, is to work with Dolph, and I finally got my motherfucking song with Dolph. So that's pretty dope. Long story short, though, fucking, they were telling me, nah, bro. No cap, literally 2 weeks later, they were spinning that shit 5 times a night, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Instant viral sensation. And literally, it's so funny, because as soon as it come on, they'd be like, this shit hard. I'd be like, yeah, remember when you just cash app yourself $250, fucking hoe?
For sure. So is that one of those things, like, and maybe not even just that song in particular, but do you kind of know, like, mid-session, like while they're recording, like, okay, this is one
yes
of the ones?
And no. It's hard to know because you don't know what's gonna get released. Some of my favorite songs right now are unreleased. I have the craziest playlist. Like, if you ride in the car with me, you're only hearing music I worked on from all the artists that you never hear no fucking unreleased shit from. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think is different, is I'm super influenced by stuff that isn't even tangible to most of the world, and I'm not really following the trends of what exists. I'm setting the trends of what exists based on what they don't even know is here yet. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. Like, I've been using ChatGPT. Shout out my homie Umair Ali. He fucking showed me ChatGPT in 2019, bro. People didn't even know AI existed yet. Bro, I was asking it, how many Percocets would it take a beluga whale to overdose and die? 4,032. And it calculated it based on the average body weight of a human, how many Percocets it would take a human to overdose and die, and then calculated the average weight of a beluga whale based on how many perks it would take.
Yeah.
And could calculate it all. It would also take 56 million boxes of Fruity Pebbles to fill the Hoover Dam.
Okay.
It's shit like that. Shit, I can't tell you why I know that. But hey, you want to know the craziest one I learned, actually? I asked ChatGPT, I'm like, if I was stranded in the Amazon rainforest and had to fight the tigers with nothing but a cheese grater, how could I survive? Its first answer to me was, you're probably not going to survive. I was like, if you had to guess, though, you know what it said? My best guess would be try to find some sticks or tree branches, use the cheese grater to sharpen them into a spear, and try throwing it at the tigers. I was like, that shit fucking smart as fuck. Revolutionary, bro. And keep in mind, this is what I was asking it in 2019 when I was like a lot younger and a lot dumber and didn't really know. And that's when ChatGPT was 3 years behind the modern day. If you pay for ChatGPT Plus right now, it literally is savvy to everything Google currently knows.
Yeah.
People don't understand the power of that. Like, you don't need to read a book. I go to ChatGPT and say, summarize this book for me. And in 2 paragraphs, I know everything that book says. There are cheat codes that people are not taking advantage of right now. I'm sharing the sauce. I'm really giving sauce. I don't ever share sauce like this with nobody, but I want people to understand that the biggest limitation is themselves. And either you find a way or you don't. But nobody is coming to save you, so you better fucking save yourself. You know what I'm saying?
So along those same lines, what do you think about the whole, like, AI as far as music is concerned? And I mean,
I fucking
Drake,
love it. Me and my boy Umair actually have an AI artist on Killshot Records right now. Full AI, produced with Vocaloid. All the beats are AI instruments and shit too. Like, we're full AI. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. If you are anti-AI, just go ahead and retire. Get the fuck out of our way now, because you are in the way. You know what I'm saying? You can keep saying it's not the way, but it is the way. The same way Bitcoin 20 years ago wasn't going to be here, and now it's worth more than it's ever been worth. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. You know what I'm saying?
Does it not scare you as an engineer that, like,
why?
You know, people aren't going to need to record music anymore?
I mean,
I know obviously you have different plans. You
don't
want to be an engineer forever, but
I'm going to use the AI to learn what the next new wave is, and I'm going to fucking be ahead of everybody. So by the time they figure out how to record it, I'm going to know what that next move is. You know what I'm saying? Even so, you got to think the biggest limitation to an AI right now is a human's ability to tell it what you need it to do. I've spent a lot of time fucking with AI, so I understand how to prompt these things to give me certain results. If me and you both type the same thing into ChatGPT right now, I guarantee you that your answer is coming out way different than mine. And it's because like you really have to understand what to tell this to make it give you the result, if that makes sense. But there are ways, and the craziest thing, bro, you want to learn how to use ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT how to use itself.
Yeah, you can literally say, what do you need me to ask you to get this result that I want?
Yes, it will literally teach you. And keep in mind, the AI learns from itself. So when I go in there and say, Killshot is the leader of Killshot Records in Dallas, Texas, blah, 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 I'm literally teaching it to the next time when I say Killshot Records, it is now savvy to who that is because I've taught it based on the information I fed it. That's like the ultimate cheat code, is like it's able to retain the information you're feeding it and recycle it back to you. How many thoughts do you forget every day? I literally couldn't even tell you where I was 20 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? But when I go into my prompt scripts and I see all the shit that I've chatted with, and I can say, remind me about this, and it knows everything it told me, and now it knows new things because the internet updated. Very, very powerful tool, bro.
The other thing is like, I mean, you just saw Drake just did it. Like the ability to put songs out as other people, and you know, AI, anybody, you know, people do covers of country songs with fucking whoever.
Yeah.
I mean, is that not, you don't think that's gonna be a problem at some point?
No. I wish I could tell you more. There's things that I can't share because of like NDAs and shit like that. But AI is here to stay, bro. I'm so serious. Like, it is here to stay. And the biggest thing working against it right now is like the intellectual property and copyright laws. Keep in mind, those constantly change too and are gonna get updated. Now, they're either gonna be updated to try to ban AI and get it out the way, which is what they're currently doing, because keep in mind, the old fucks with the money that are old school. I'm gonna pop my shit and talk my shit because I'm the new school. I don't care if I'm stepping on their toes or not, because the truth is, I'm the new. I understand this. They're either gonna get with the new wave and make the money with us, or they're gonna die out with their old money. You get what I'm saying? Because they're trying to shut it down and stop us. And realistically, if we use AI, we're finna become real music billionaires. There's like very few billionaires in music right now. Tell me how many billionaires are in every other industry outside of entertainment. A fuckload. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that being said, I don't see any other industry talking about, oh, we don't want to use AI for the oil fields to read all this shit because, nah, they're like, let's run up these fucking bands. You said we can drill half as much and get twice the results? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you shut down something that is
I just think
contributing?
Music is so human.
I feel like it's not, though. I feel like music is very copycat. Does that make sense? It's easy to copy and paste. Music is a blueprint to a degree. There's only so many melodies, there's only so many rhythms. Now, the artistic value you're talking about that's human is the artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that is what makes the artist the artist. People don't buy VIP meet and greet tickets because it's great music that they love. It's because they love the person. You know what I'm saying? So if you can build your image and build that attractiveness as the artist, you could really drop shitty ass music and they're still gonna fuck with you. Because if you have a story and you have a brand and people attract and gravitate to something they believe in, they'll fucking spend their whole paycheck on you. With that being said though, like, you gotta be consistent. That's the biggest thing. Like, too many people are inconsistent, bro. Myself included, I'm not perfect. Like, everybody is gonna have times when they just don't wanna do the shit. But those are the times that is really gonna prove, like, you wanna do the shit or you don't.
Yeah.
Because if you don't wanna do it, it's gonna be really hard to keep doing it, bro. From personal experience. And that's even why I had to get out from behind the computer as an engineer sometimes, bro. I cannot be behind the computer 18 hours a day, every day of my life. Literally go insane. You know what I'm saying? It's important, and I'm sharing it too because I'm sure there's other engineers that could relate to that, or maybe whatever situation that they need somebody to say, like, hey bro, it's okay to step away from that or to go down these other ventures. Because I think I forget what the theory of this is called off top, bro, but it's like when you're so invested, you believe that you just have to stay with it. It's like the same concept of why, like, women don't divorce men for the kids and shit like that. it's like once you're so invested, it's hard to detach, and like a lot of people fail to understand that if you just cut it off and restart, you will actually be like light years ahead, because all that negativity draining you will be vanquished. Now, you might still feel fucked up or be unsure what you're doing, but at least you have something new, because new is good. Familiar is complacent. You know what I'm saying? You want to be familiar sometimes, but you also want to have new experiences. I think that's everyone's life goal, is like travel the world and do all this shit, like see all these places, eat all this great food. Like, people want to experience that new. Like, you have to make sure for yourself you keep yourself experiencing the new. Even if it's 1% every day, bro, 1% is still progress.
Definitely. So, I mean, kind of in terms of that, where you at right now? What's the next, couple months look like for you?
Albums releasing. I got a lot of artists coming over to Killshot Records right now. My biggest ones out right now is Beto. He's got, his album Bird's Eye View. His song Ice, it's got YTB Fat and Trap Boy Freddy on it. It's doing some big numbers on YouTube. I've also got it, added to DJCity.com and some of the DJ pools. It's been on the radio, 97.9 The Beat, 104.5 out in Dallas. It's helped to, gain some serious traction for the song. And then recently, I had Jubilee Valley's song Gold Digger featuring Big X The Plug come out. It's done over 200,000 streams in the first week that it's out. Probably my most relevant song, doing some numbers right now. The Future, May 3rd, my main pop artist, bro, breaking the fucking internet, I'm telling you. He's setting the trend for the new indie pop wave. His name is Mo Is Alive. His album Wonderfully Human is available May 3rd, bro. When it drop, I'm telling you, people are gonna understand why I'm so adamant about not being a rap engineer. I got boxed into like being a rap engineer very early on. Like, I was working on fucking Tamala Man and fucking Justin Timberlake and fucking all kinds of shit with my mentor way before I was working with rappers. So like, I'm really a musician, also being a drummer. I have an appreciation for music that's very heightened. And I think that this album, Wonderfully Human, really showcases art, bro, as a musician. Like, whether you want that feel-good vibe, whether you are an artist, or whether you like just want something new to feel inspired, it's all feel-good, positive, vibey music. It's not some hard-ass trap beats, even though I love to go to the club. There's a time and a place, Sometimes I don't want my fucking eardrums getting blown out with 808s.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So, this one, I'm telling you, Wonderfully Human, May 3rd, it's gonna change the motherfucking world. I'm not kidding.
Okay, for sure. So, the last thing I meant to ask you, we kind of talked about, what's your first impression of, the state of where Oklahoma is as far as music and stuff. But Texas is not even Texas is on fire right now.
Yeah.
Not even just rap, but just in general, musically. I mean, what are your thoughts on kind of where everything is, where it's going? I mean.
Okay, this is what I think, period. And I know that we said Texas, but it's important to zoom out as well. It is going to be very, very hard to be an independent artist without some form of a label in the next 10 years. That gap is closing. There was a point in time recently where we became the internet era from physical copies. Everybody had this independence and the ability to like do whatever they wanted with YouTube and Spotify and Apple Music and DistroKid, and it was great. Now they've realized, like, hey, in September this year, every song on Spotify with less than 1,000 streams is being removed. When that happens, every independent artist on DistroKid is gonna be like, what the fuck? They got no concept how they're gonna get 1,000 streams a year. Keep in mind, now, all this music's gone. These artists don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're trying to figure it out. Who has the formula to getting at least 1,000 streams or more guaranteed? A label. So if you don't have a label, it is going to be very difficult, because these labels are closing that gap. I'm telling you, whether it's an independent label, a major independent label, even if you are an artist and you have to establish your own label and go get distro or whatever, if you do not do that, you're not gonna just operate as these independent artists or these rappers that go city to city and do shows. It's gonna get canceled out, bro. If you wanna really find success in the music industry, you have to be able to scale what you are doing through the corporate music ladder, the ways that they're currently doing this is signing labels. I'll give you one last example, and I'm not going to go too deep into the details, but 21 Savage, everybody knows 21 Savage, but his label, Slaughter Gang Records, is who has a record deal. He's signed to his label, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing with like Polo G, he's with Capalot Records. They're signed to a label deal where the artist, yes, is an independent artist, but they own the label they're signed to. Because they're signed to a label, their label is able to get relationships and benefits that an independent artist without a label could not get. So people don't understand when they say, I want to be an independent artist. I have built my blueprint off of Young Dolph and Paper Route Empire and all these people who have real success as major independent artists. A lot of people have a skewed perspective from seeing someone on Twitter say, oh, you got to own your master copyright. And now they think they're a fucking expert. And they're like, I got to own my masters. And they don't know shit about what that even means. Keep in mind, you can own the master all day, but if you don't know how to sell it, it's worth zero.
Yeah.
So my biggest thing, though, is like really understanding as an artist, how do other artists find success in this industry? There is a specific avenue, even if it is not a direct roadmap. Does that make sense? Maybe it's not even an avenue. Maybe it's like a set destination with several avenues, but you have to take one of them. The chances of you coming in and just paving your whole own avenue over what everybody else has historically done for success is like literally 0.01%. And the ones that do it are like the Boss Man D-Los or the Sexy Reds or the ones that really come out of nowhere. And if you know the behind the scenes, you know these people have teams and they're not just overnight coming to something, even though it's perceived as that. Even though they accrue these results incredibly quickly, I respect and admire the work and effort going into it. It doesn't change that short-term intensity never beats long-term consistency. You know what I'm saying? It is easy to get invited. It is hard to stay invited. I think that's what a lot of these artists fail to understand. They just want to be there for 5 minutes. And then they're broke. And then they're homeless. And then they have nothing. And then it's no Instagram following. And then people are clowning them on the internet. And it's really hard once your reputation is fucked up to recover from that. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta motherfucking be super, super focused on creating an authentic image that does not cause you to be something you're not. When I feel like if anybody meets me, they're gonna see like I'm like this all the time. It's hard to meet me though because I'm not. You go look at Instagram, you see pictures and videos and all this shit, you don't get my personality or hear me share different things. You just get that little fucking cookie cutter shit that I see someone else's success on Instagram and I'm like, that shit's fake. That's only the highlights of their life. That's not the real nitty gritty of what's going on, and I just try to be so transparent because my shit is real. That is my real shit, you know what I'm saying? But to each their own.
For sure. Well, like I said, bro, I appreciate you, taking the time out. I know you got moves to make while you're still in town, so I don't want to take up too much of your time.
I appreciate it, bro.
A ton of gems in here, a bunch of good shit. Hopefully, everybody listening can learn something, and
let's go.
We'll have to do it again. Pull up on you in Dallas or something like that.
Yeah, I would love that. That'd be lit, bro. We'll line it up.
Appreciate you, bro.
Hell yeah. 100.